Hello and good day. Today, as you can see, we're talking about Educreations and just the beginnings, just getting started on Educreations. Let's take you right to the iPad. And when you arrive at your iPad, you're going to probably find Educreations in the productivity folder. If not, swipe down in between the apps and do a search and just put in Educreations, and that will take you right to the app. And when you first arrive at Educreations, everyone else's work will probably show up there. And what I'm going to ask you to do is look for this plus sign up in the upper left-hand corner. And one tap on that plus sign is going to take you to a new screen. Now you're ready to begin. The joy of Educreation is the simplicity. Over here is a microphone if we want to record. Here are the colors of the markers. An eraser, which actually looks like a little eraser. This is where we're going to add things. And if you want to move something that you've added around, you'll need to use this little finger. Down in the bottom right here, you can see we're working on page 1 of 1, and there's an arrow to move us to the next slide. Right now, I'm just going to tap on one of these markers, and as soon as I tap on a marker, I get my color choice, and I chose black, so I'm going to stick with black. And what's nice now is this becomes just a simple whiteboard, and I can put on anything I want on this whiteboard. And then if I want to erase on this whiteboard, I can tap the eraser once. It will give me a small eraser. If I tap the eraser a second time, I can clear the page. Using it as a simple whiteboard, there's many applications within the classroom. Today I'm going to show you another little feature besides the writing feature, which is oh so very nice. I'm also going to show you how to add some text, how to add a picture already in your camera roll, and how to take a picture. You can see as I hit the plus sign right up here in the upper right hand corner, hitting the plus sign, I have text, add a picture that's already within my camera, or take a picture. Right now I am going to just add some text because it's nice and easy to see adding text when you have a blank screen. If you saw there was a little message that says just tap anywhere on the screen, that message appears only for a couple seconds and then it disappears. But I'm going to just tap, and I'm going to be tapping right here in the center of my screen. And as I tap in the center of my screen, if I've done it correctly, the keyboard is going to appear. And as I type, you can see the words show up right on the iPad. And to make my keyboard disappear, I tap once down here on keyboard, arrow. Oh, you can see what happened automatically. This little finger, this index finger, has automatically turned to blue. That means if I touch this word keyboard, I can move it around my screen very easily. If I don't like it, I can go up here, clear page. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a picture. That's already within my iPad. And so I'm going to tap on this center icon. Takes me right to my camera roll. And I can choose a picture. And I'm going to choose a picture from a book. And now using my fingers as pinchers, I can make the picture smaller. I can make the picture larger. One tap on the picture brings up the menu that you see in front of you, and that is I can delete the picture, I can rotate the picture, I could duplicate it, or I could make it fit either one way or the other, or I can lock the picture. For right now, I'm going to rotate the picture so you can see what happens if I rotate the picture. And now I could fit it to the width of my screen. Just getting it back around. I like it right there. So now I've just taken a simple picture that has already been taken with a camera, and I dropped it into Educreations. Now tapping once on this marker right here, once on the black marker, you'll notice that the blue finger disappears because now my real finger is a marker, and I can circle, I can point to something, and here's the king. How about if I added some text and I said king? Slide right over here to the plus sign, tap once on the plus, tap once on the large capital letter A, and remember, all I need to do is tap on my screen one time. Text box appears. I'm typing king, and keyboard disappears. And over here I'm saying this is the king. I also have the opportunity now, if I want to add something else, if I want to add a picture from my camera, just one tap on the camera, and I could take a new picture. If I want to get rid of the text or the drawings, I can use my eraser, or I can just clear the page. Instead of clearing the page, I'm going to go to a new page. Going to a new page, it's a little bit difficult to see in the particular picture that I've chosen, but right down here in the bottom, right near these two dogs, there's a little arrow. So we're on page 1 right now. We're on page 1, and I'm just going to tap once on this arrow, and I'm on page 2. How do I know that? Because right here it says 2 of 2. I'm on page 2. How many times can I do this? I can continue to add pages. I'm on page 4 of 4. What happened to 3? Skipped right over it. It's empty. Now you might be asking, can I record on top of this? You sure can. You can record your voice. In the beginning, I would say just use it as a whiteboard. Don't try recording your voice, but you can record your voice up here. In fact, I've got all my slides ready. I could go back to the beginning, and I could now add a voice to all four of these slides. I can talk about the king. I can talk about the two dogs down here near the arrow. I could talk about this third dog that seems a little bit larger than the other two. I could talk about the crowd of people. And as I'm recording, I could be doing some additional annotating on this particular page. I could be changing my colors and talking about this. And I might still be recording. I could go to page 2, I could go to page 3, I could go to page 4. I could even add a new page all while I'm recording. Once our Educreations is made, you're going to just tap on this arrow up here in the box. But before you do that, one last step before we make this a finished product. I don't know who did this piece of work right now, so I'm going to say by B. Baker. By B. Baker. If I wanted, I could add a little picture of myself right here by just going into the camera roll and grabbing out a picture. To finish this, just tap once on this little box at the top with an arrow going out. You'll see here in the upper portion of my screen is the product that I just created, and that's the one that I'm going to select. And once I select it, now I'm going to save this product. An Educreations cannot be saved, however, unless you do some recording. Once you do some recording, then you can save your Educreation and some other features will appear. For now, though, we're not going to actually save this recording. We are going to leave it as an unfinished product because tomorrow we're going to come back and finish it and put some recording on it. When I return to the same iPad tomorrow. Oh, did you say the same iPad? I did. The same iPad. You'll see your project sitting right here on the shelf, and you can tap once up here on select. And then one tap on your project, it will light up. A second tap. We'll bring your project right in, so now I can continue working on it, or I can go back and I can record a voice on top of the project. Have a fantastic day.